In this video, I want to show you how easily you can write a journal entry in just 5 steps. Before we get into these 5 steps, let's take an example and see how they're used. Say we're recording transactions for a doctor's office. We'll analyze a typical transaction and come up with a journal entry. Our doctor's office is open, and a patient comes in who isn't feeling well. The doctor examines the patient, tells the patient what's wrong, and prescribes some medicine. At this point, the doctor has earned his revenue. He charges a fee, say $100, and the patient pays in cash. Now we're ready for our 5 steps. Step 1, we need a date. The date that the transaction occurred. Step 2, we need at least 1 debit. Step 3, we need at least 1 credit. Step 4, the total of the dollar amounts of the debits must equal the total of the dollar amounts of the credits. And finally, step 5, we need an explanation as to why we're writing the journal entry. Let's write this journal entry. Step 1, the date. Let's say the transaction occurred on July 1st. Step 2, we need at least 1 debit. In this case, cash increased. Cash is an asset. When cash increases, we debit the account cash. In this case, we'll debit the account for $100. Step 3, we need at least 1 credit. The doctor earned his revenue. We'll credit the revenue account. When revenue increases, the revenue account is credited. In this case, for $100. Step 4, the total of our debits, in this case, there's only one for $100, equals the only $100 credit. And step 5, to record fees earned and cash received. That's our explanation. Notice that the credits are indented to the right. This is proper form for any journal entry. Also know which accounts increase with debits and which accounts increase with credits. When the doctor receives cash, the account cash is debited. When the doctor earns more revenue, the account fee revenue is credited. Cash has a normal debit balance. Revenue has a normal credit balance. Check your accounting textbook for more information on this. And finally, all journal entries have a reference. In this case, we'll call this entry journal entry number 1. Are you ready to record an expense? Let's say we still have our same doctor, and as with any doctor's office, he has expenses. Let's say he's paying his telephone bill for the month of July. He'll cut a check or give cash. Let's record this journal entry. Say the doctor is cutting his check on July 30th, and the telephone bill is for the month of July. We'll put July 30. We'll debit telephone expense for $60. Let's say the bill came out to $60. We'll credit cash for $60 because cash decreased. $60 equals $60. Our debits equal our credits. Our journal entry balances. And finally, our explanation to record telephone expenses. Let's review this journal entry. Step 1, we gave it a date. Step 2, we debited at least 1 account. We debited telephone expenses. Step 3, you need at least 1 credit. In this case, we credited cash. Step 4, our debit of $60 equals our credit of $60. And step 5, our explanation. In this case, we had to know which accounts increase with debits and which accounts decrease with credits. When the doctor pays with cash, the cash account is credited. When the doctor's office incurs an expense, the expense account is debited. Expenses have a normal debit balance. Cash has a normal debit balance. Again, check your textbook for more information. And there you have it, 5 steps to write a journal entry. Thanks for watching.